Did y'all get to see it or see clips of it or anything like that?
I watched the whole thing.
Just a couple of clips and like the beginning.
So I watched the whole thing. I wasn't a fan of it. That guy, they asked him if he would step out the race, and he said if God came down himself, he might.
Right. Lord Almighty.
I think it's important to as a politician to have self-awareness. I think it's important if there's a sizable amount of people as your polling numbers are doing bad, to be aware that, and I'm not saying concede, but none of those answers was like I'm ready to go. It was just I'm the best option. I do this, I do that, but it wasn't convincing. It wasn't. He didn't. It's like he didn't go there knowing that people were questioning him, and he does know. You know, there's no fire. There's no, bro. This is an election, and he goes, unfortunately, I'm being judged on performance and not. Are you new here? That's what politics is performance. He said, I talk every day, to the Prime Minister of Israel. I probably shouldn't get into those details.
Yeah.
That's what, what is happening?
What is going on over there? What's going on in that conversation?
Overall, I'm disappointed in his inability to have self-awareness. You could acknowledge the concerns better. You could be like, listen, I understand. I got to do better. Not, I was just tired. I had a cold. Bro, he got an excuse for everything. He reminds me of like a 16-year-old. He's like my daughter. It's like, yo, you got to, but I didn't eat this morning. Okay.
I don't doubt there's some folks there. Have you ever seen a group at time when elected officials running for office aren't a little worried? Have you ever seen that? I've not.
Yo, pause that. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, how do you answer like that? Your answers are mad passive. You're not actively answering. It's like, are you concerned that you're falling behind in the polls? Doesn't everybody fall behind in polls?
Actually, look, wait, look at what he says. You bring that up. It's fun. This is the part. Watch.
I don't know, man. What's he gonna do? He may bring me down. He may.
Mr. President, I've never seen a president 36% approval get reelected.
Oh man, mumble rapping.
Well, I don't believe that's my approval rate. That's not what our polls show.
Yeah.
And if you stay in and Trump is elected and everything you're warning about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job as I know I can do. That's what this is about. Look, George. Think of this.
Listen, I appreciate that he wants to do his goodest job.
Yeah, like I think we all should try to do our goodest job as I could do. He just said something that's like really serious. I've never seen a president at 36% approval rate get elected. And what Shalon said is absolutely true here too. They all deny the polls. That's politics. But if you want to talk about polls also said that there was going to be a big red wave the last time, and that didn't happen. You're absolutely right. The polls are something that you like. It's not the most trustworthy thing. It doesn't have the greatest track record. But at the same time, when you're talking about multiple polls, there was two polls I saw, 72% said that he shouldn't even go for this job again, and then 72% also said that they don't think that he's cognitively there, and that's a spike from before the last debate. You know,
they asked him to take a test. He was like, "That's not a requirement."
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Polls are fallible because of those who fund them. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's accurate though here. Like, I feel like most people don't think he's cognitively there. It's like every poll. And then his response is like, that's not the polls I'm seeing. And so I really feel like there's this world that's being painted for Biden right now from those inner circles, especially his here's
my thing with politicians. Sorry, just not to cut you off, but I just wanted to say this. Don't confuse the stammering with inability. Here's my problem with politicians is that it's not up to me It's not up to me. I don't really like. I know y'all wished we live in a perfect world where the voter is more informed, that he goes and digs and gets deeper. It's not up to me. You got to create that image. I have to know what your abilities are, what you have achieved. It got to be in my face. That's one thing about Trump that Trump gets right every time. As soon as he sits in front of a camera, he gonna lie to you and tell you how great he is. He gonna tell you all the lies in the world, but he gonna tell you how great it was. He will tell you everything he did that was great.
This is the
Dog,
best. No one
this
ever
was
did it
your
better.
interview. Tell me how great you are. Tell me why I should vote for you.
Yeah.
And stop telling me that it's because of Trump. Because that's how I really do feel like the Democrats is just trying to guilt trip us into votes.
And I completely agree. Just go to Project 2025. That alone will tell anyone why they absolutely must vote. Yes,
But
you're right.
why
But
should
from
I
the
give
end of
them that out every time?
that's what I'm saying. It's every
They
time.
failed as a political party. They did not have the
Yes.
vision to see that he's, how old is he? 81?
He's 81 now. Yeah.
They did not have the vision to see that an 81-year-old might have Asian questions going into an election. So they didn't prepare or prop up anyone to have the same name recognition to be able to, swap and put in place. They didn't even have a primary. If they had a primary and Biden still won the primary, whoever was the runner-up would have had more name recognition coming in, whether that would have been Gavin, whether that would have been whoever else could have done it. This was a complete circus show from the Democratic Party, as it's always been. It's been. That's Obama was a fluke. They were not going to run Obama. Obama was such a strong candidate that they had to run him. They weren't going to run him. They were going to run Hillary. She was going to be the primary.
Yeah.
The DNC has been inept since they lost to Bush. The last great campaign they ran was Al Gore and then obviously Obama. But that was because he shined through that primary.
Constant pandering that the Democratic Party has been doing.
We outside.
It's the same. It's 4 years later and it's the same thing. Be afraid of the other side. I'm getting tired of that because I feel like that's all that gets heard when I say these things. Like that I'm trying to undermine, or I don't really know what a second term Trump presidency would do. And then when I bring up everything that I'm obviously clearly looking at, a man that shakes when he talks, I feel like he needs his wife to help him downstairs. Can we please, like, it ends up being this thing of like, well, it was irresponsible of the Democratic Party. It's like these chill words for what I'm looking at, but these terrifying words for what might come. But it's like, y'all gotta look. We can't run on fear every single election.
At CNN polling, 91% of Democrats are enthusiastic about supporting. Like if we looked at AP News, would AP News agree with that? All right, we'll continue.
There's no way, and I tell you,
there's no way.
That was a real poll. It was the CNN put that out 5 days ago.
Is that legitimate?
I don't think so. I don't trust that.
Biden.
I don't.
Okay, Joe Biden.
I don't. That's not what I'm seeing. That's not the polls I'm seeing. One poll.
Those are the polls I'm seeing. See?
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
One poll out of ABC News. George Stephanopoulos in that same interview brings up an ABC News poll that has Trump Biden not doing well at all.
And ABC is left leaning, just like how CNN is very left.
Exactly. It's only been like left leaning things that I've been looking at. I have not turned to Fox News or any type of Republican outlet. None of that. And by the way, here's the so far the people that are the Democrats that are calling on President Biden to drop out of the race.
That is coming because their polls are showing that they've gone down the ballot.
Exactly. So
I mean, they've gone down. Not that the down ballot has gone down in points. I also got the eye test though, right? Like I seen people. I mean, the three of us spoke in the chat as it was happening. we're like, man, that debate isn't going good for Biden, huh? And that's just, and not just us. Everybody I spoke to did not like that performance from Biden. So I can see how it was a knock. And I don't need polls to show me that. I live in one of the bluest states in the world, one of the bluest cities in the world, and I'm one of the bluest demographics in the world. People was not happy with that performance. There's a lot of people around me who are saying they rather not vote.
Here's a question though: how scared should we be of Project 2025?